Morales, your host of the Gold Squadron podcast, and we're coming to you live from the Seattle System Open. Everybody, this is the final System Open in the United States in the current X-Wing season. Hopefully everybody is doing good. We got 202 people joining us this morning. Give me one moment. Just want to say thank you for everybody who's joining us today. We have quite a few players here. Very interesting venue. We're actually inside of a tech college. I will say this is the best internet I have ever had for a stream. 96 megabytes per second upload. I might take a break during between round 1 and 2 and actually switch to sending out a 1080p signal. Alrighty. So Taylor is starting here, moving Whisper. There in the top corner. And it looks like Taylor is first player. So we're going to go ahead and get him the first player token. One thing you might notice today, the switches on all of the things that happen on screen might be a little bit slower. Our stream deck isn't responding on all keys, so we're going to have to try to figure that out later. Might just need a system reset, but we can't do that because we're a little bit busy. We are in the action. Duchess coming quick up the bottom of the board. Let's start by breaking down these lists here. So Taylor on the left is bringing a Decimator. It'll soon be in frame here. It's pegged up pretty high there. It's Rear Admiral Sharanu in the Decimator. Initiative 5, 13 hull, 4 shields. Lots of health there. We got Lone Wolf, the Darth Vader crew. Even though that went up in points, Taylor thinks it's good enough to still bring. I mean, free damage is pretty good. Also, stripping tokens is good. Minister Tua in the crew slot. Hotshot Gunner in the Gunner. Also stripping tokens. I see what he's going for here. And a hull upgrade, getting him that 13 hull. Then Whisper is paired with it, with Juke, Collision Detector, Fifth Brother, and Afterburners. I'll say on the stream we actually haven't had too much Fifth Brother Whisper because of the expense. But yeah, that is a thick Whisper, ladies and gentlemen. You get 80 points into there. This is going to be an interesting matchup here. Nick on the right, Nick Tochko, bringing a 5-piece Imperial kind of swarm-ish thing. We have Merrick Steele with Marksmanship and Fire Control System. Duchess with just Marksmanship. Scourge with Crackshot, Mauler Mythil with Crackshot, and Howlrunner holding up the swarm with her modifications, also with Crackshot. Our goal today for our stream games, and I'll fully admit, is there a lot of Rebel beef here? Yes. Are there Quad Phantoms? Yes. I'm going to try my best to avoid streaming those. I want to get as many unique lists that are out there. Of course, as we start getting into the later rounds, it's going to get a little tougher, just depending on what is doing well in the tournament. Of course, we want to make sure that we're streaming relevant games to the outcome of the game. But we'll do our best. And right here, we're just starting a good one, seeing a ship that we almost never see on the table, the Decimator. So we're gonna work on getting a stream poll up there. If you've never participated in our stream poll, it's super easy to do. I'm gonna have 2 names up there. I'm gonna have Taylor or Nick, and you're gonna choose which one do you want to be your champion. It could either be, choose with your emotions. Which list do you like better? Which one do you think it will actually win? Or maybe you just like somebody and you want to vote for them. It's all fun. Choose your champion. It's right there on the screen. Very easy. Type 1 and enter into the chat for Taylor and 2 for Nick. Very simple. Now, before we go too far, I do need to give a huge shout-out to Paw Creatives, giving us a 20% off exclusive coupon for this weekend. Everybody who's watching the stream here, Seattle 2019. No minimums here. I was able to coerce him. I said, listen, Andrew, listen. I know that you did 20% for Atlanta because it was kind of like your local System Open. But what if, since it's the last System Open in the U.S., we get another 20%? It took a little convincing, but I got it done. ISOFan in the chat saying he got a buy, and he's sitting next to me. Yes, the man, the myth, the legend. He's a real person, and he's hanging out with me right now. Looking over my shoulder, making sure I'm doing a good job. Supervisor ISOFan. All right, guys, so looks like, according to the stream chat right now, looks like pretty 50-50 in the stream poll. Again, very easy to participate. Looking at our numbers right now, we got 210 people watching on Twitch. I should have 210 votes on Twitch. Come on, go ahead, participate in that stream poll. All right, Whisper, decloaking to the left. Likely going to be seeing a sweeping bank maneuver here. I think a 2 or a 3 bank. A couple people asking in the chat, do buys hurt your MOV? I mean, yes, but in this format, MOV doesn't actually matter unless you make the cut already. And then it determines, depending on the number of people, whether or not you have to play a play-in match. All right, so Rack sweeping in here. 3 bank, popping down that coordinate. And Whisper 2 forward. Looks like they're trying to clip the front of that swarm. We're going to go ahead and color coordinate the TIE fighters here in our overlay. And Nick actually said he was watching the stream last week, and when he saw what I was doing with the dots, he said, Dion, that's genius. And he bought the dots himself and got that done. They're not like exclusive or anything. It's just like marking dots on Amazon, guys. So if you want to use those, just go ahead, pick some up. Especially if you have any local streaming. I found it to be really, really helpful. And it's, doesn't inconvenience anybody. All right, Duchess coming in here. Big 3 bank. It's going to have a nice range shot on Whisper. And it looks to be in the bullseye, so we might see some marksmanship action there. Go ahead, drop in the focus for the action. We'll see who comes next. One of the TIE fighters here. All right, we're screaming forward. Looks to be a 4 straight. That's purple. That's Mauler Mythal. Insert TIE fighter screams here. Focus. Oh, Whisper's going to be taking a barrage here, though it is at range 3. Scourge coming up next. All right. So looking at, some people are asking about the arc indicator for the Decimator. It is actually on that giant metal base that he has. It's currently pointed front and back. Did have a couple people today offer their services as co-commentators if they went 0-2. Insert joke for you went 0-2, why are you here? But so we might have some co-commentators later on. But other than that, man, you in the chat, you guys are my co-commentators. So let's have a conversation. Let's keep it going. It looks like we're in the engagement phase. Starting with Howl Runner, checking arc. We can go ahead and take a top-down look. Let's see if this button's working. All right, this one's working. That, I'm not sure if that's actually an arc. It's close. This is from Mauler, and it is in arc, and it is in range. Chain72, thank you for the sub there. All right, dropping the target lock from Merrick. All right, Taylor, because he's the first player, he's going to go ahead and shoot first. Checking his options. Going range 3 onto Mauler, unobstructed. Two hits and a blank. Going to use Lone Wolf charge to re-roll that die. 3 hits. Gets 2 evades. Takes 1. He's going to use Hot Shotgunner there. Get rids. I think that's the wrong ship he just pulled that off of. No, he said Mauler. Okay, we're good. So going to go ahead and get rid of that hull there. Whisper going into the same target, into Mauler Mythal, debating whether to spend that force charge or not. It's better to spend the force than the focus for sure. He's going for it. Fifth Brother turns it into a crit. Needs a 2 to live, and gone. Hot Shotgunner showing its value. And that's it. Mauler, Mythal, off the board. Taylor likes that, using the advantage that he has. Now, he is initiative 5, so he's going to get to shoot. Simultaneous fire. But without a focus, those TIE fighters really need the reroll from Howrunner and focus to do consistent damage. We'll see what it rolls here. Range 3 from Duchess. It looks to be in the bullseye. One of each. Spends a focus for 2. One evade. Spends Whisper's evade from her ability. And safe. Mauler Mythal. Checking the bullseye. Not sure. That was Scourge. Might have my colors mixed up. We'll wait a second here to see what's actually taken off the board. Spends a focus for no damage. Hold on, they got the abilities mixed up. I'll be right back. All right, they fixed it. Crack shot triggers and takes a shield on Whisper. Next one. This is Scourge attacking. Spends a focus. He's forgetting about how runners rerolls here. That is a May ability, of course. Chicken range from Howrunner. Not to Whisper. Might have arc. A couple people in the chat asking how long is the Seattle 2019 code good for? That is good up until Monday. You can use it on Monday. And yes, insert meme here. Don't ask for the code on Tuesday. Don't email Andrew and say, hey, man, I want to use this code. He's going to tell you no. It's special. For those of you watching the stream, this is your opportunity. If you're watching in the future on YouTube, make sure you guys join us for a live stream. It's really, really fun. You get to interact with me and any of my co-hosts. It's a great time. I absolutely love doing this, talking to you guys. This is my favorite part of streaming, is just this interaction between myself and the community. And hopefully you feel like I bring you all around the country. If you can't make it out to X-Wing events, my goal is just to keep you connected. Foxhound says he's going to try it on Wednesday. That won't work. Yeah, so in this opening engagement here, Nick forgot about his Howl Runner rerolls. He may have left 1 to 2 damage on the table, where he could have maybe gotten rid of Whisper's Shield and maybe even half points by getting one of those whole. Of course, we don't know, but we'll have to see. Whisper is cloaked, has options going left and right. There we go. Now, again, I want to say, remind you guys that we're having some issues with our transitions. Some of them are working very nicely, but for instance, like the mute function is not working on my switcher. So forgive me for any awkward moments where things just don't seem as crisp as usual. That's because they can't be. Apollo 7 Twitch, thank you so much for your sub. Now, we're at 17 out of 100. 100 is the goal here today. I want to remind you guys, ISOFan, he's busy, man. He's playing. He's having a good time. You know, he's been the hero of the stream, and one of his squad mates has very nicely painted up 4 ships for us to actually give away as stretch goal prizes. His name is the name of his painting studio is Zodiac Miniature Studio. His name is Nick Mullanes. Nick Mullanes, and he does an absolutely wonderful job. And they've provided not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 painted ships that are absolutely beautiful that we're going to be giving away today, depending on those stretch goals. So we'll see how you guys do. Now, at 20 subs, we're going to be giving away our first item. And the first item is pretty simple. We got some of those Star Wars Celebration wedges we're going to be giving away. So looking forward to that. I was very fortunate to get, I'll say, a good amount of them to make sure that they weren't wasted. And we can make sure people in the X-Men community got their hands on them. So have some more of those. All right, we got 57 minutes left on the clock. Nick trying to decide what to do. Losing Mauler that early definitely hurt. All right, here we go. Decloak. All right, so Taylor choosing to go to the inside towards Duchess. Flipping that dial. We're all at initiative 5. Taylor is the first player getting aggressive, all up in it, setting up for a possible block. If Nick did something just like a 2 forward, this could hurt. We'll see if Taylor decides to barrel roll or drop the focus. He's going to go ahead and focus. That does open him up to an attack from Duchess, if Duchess just did a straight maneuver with the ailerons 1 bank to the right. But he can't really do anything about it. So I think his approach here is just to make sure he can take care of the ships that he's got in front of him. Mankin Piz asking, how do we link our Twitch/Amazon Prime on a desktop computer or through the desktop site through your mobile browser? You go to Amazon first. You look under services, and buried in there is Twitch. You go ahead, and there's a button that says connect to Twitch. It'll be marketed, or at least it was a couple weeks ago, as Twitch for Teens. But obviously that's not the case, because if you look at the terms of service, it's for anybody, because they can't really discriminate that way. All right, here we go. Rack check-in for target lock. He's going at Howl Runner. And we'll see how Nick responds. So 1 straight. Might see a hard turn here. Two bank. All right, that's going to leave him out of arc unless he does a barrel roll. Kind of surprised. I think if he would have done a 1 bank there, he would have ended up at range 1 with a mod. but he'll get range 1 either way. All right, that's going to be close whether or not that's an arc. You can take a peek above. And it looks like he's got it. Oh, he calls it. 4K from Nick. Very strong here. Very, very cool. All right, so not sure what Nick thought was going to happen, but the 4K paying off here is going to have some range 1 shots on Whisper. I'm sure Taylor is a little bit nervous. I know I would be. You see the K turn in the sense, you go, oh, crap. Not what you were expecting. Weaver Act, thank you for subbing gifting a sub to the Blaine Train 12. Very cool. Thank you to everybody who has subbed. Oh, 2 straight here from How Runner, and that looks to be a bump. So that's 1 less shot into Whisper. Taylor does not mind that. With that target lock from Rack, though, is going to be some definitely going to be attacking High Runner there without any modifiers. See what this maneuver is. A 1 bank. Yeah, if the 2 straight would have fit, this would have cleared. This is going to bump now. Going to be trading range 1 shots with Whisper, but again, no modifiers. The TIE Advanced really needs that target lock in order to get that extra die in there. Also allows him to trigger the advanced targeting computer to change a hit to a crit when attacking. This is just going to be 3 naked dice instead of 4 because no target lock. So 3 range 1 shots on Whisper, but no tokens. This focus and evade over there belong to Whisper. Oh, realizing this illustrator is not up. Let's go ahead and open that up. There it is. All right. It's going to use... He's going to use Darth Vader crew here. So I'm just going to look up the wording on that. Haven't seen it for a while, so it's out of mind, out of ship, out of mind. All right, so it says at the start of the engagement phase, you may choose 1 ship in your firing arc at range 0 to 2. You can spend 1 force, and if you do that, the ship suffers 1 damage or removes a green token. If you don't have any green tokens, that's a damage. He's going to go ahead and use the Darth Vader crew on Merrick, and he suffers 1 shield damage there. Whisper going into Merrick, range 1, 4 dice, focus evade. That means juke is available, 3 hits. He'll be able to juke that. Evade 2, a focus. That's going to be 3 damage into Mauler. 1 shield, 2 hull, down to 1. Rax trying to finish him off from range 2. 1 hit. No modifiers because he target locked Hal Runner. And he still takes the damage. Merrick goes down. All right, let's see if Nick can roll some good dice here. Whisper does have a focus and evade available to defend. Duchess will start range 1. 2 hits. Taylor would just spend an evade here. No damage. So, all right, Scourge is going to go ahead and check to see if he's got the bullseye on Whisper. Looks like it's close. They're going to go ahead and call the judge for the bullseye check. That is quite close. He's at a slight angle there, which makes it a little tougher. That's James Kelly, also known as Boba Fett in the online community. Absolutely awesome guy. Oh, that's close. No bullseye. That means Scourge does not get his ability. No additional die there. Also, no crack shot. Still range 1, though. 3 hits. One hit, one evade. No damage. Will Whisper get out of this unscathed? Mark Steele trying to, in his death, trying to swing here. Here comes the uppercut. One hit. And Taylor will take a damage here. There's nothing he can do. I mean, I guess he could spend his evade, but I don't think he would here. You want to be able to decloak. Yep. Sorry, Taylor, for assuming your token use. I was pretty sure that was going to happen, though. All right. Takes a shield. No half points yet. Taylor up 82-0. Very effective use of, that in that opening of rack. One of the things I'm worried about, though, in these upcoming turns, the weakness of the Decimator is that it doesn't have any additional, how do you say it? It doesn't have any additional repositioning, right? So this next turn, he'll be able to, obviously we're not quite on the table, so we can't get, let's take an overhead look. Now, yeah, he's going to have to bank. He's going to have to most likely bank here and be able to be relevant again in 2 turns. And in the matches that we have had with the Decimator, we've had about 2 this season. That was one of the issues, was the Decimator had a hard time being relevant right away. So we'll see how he manages that in the upcoming turns. Now, Taylor has done a significant amount of damage, taken out 2 major threats in his list. Now, Nick, bringing this pseudo swarm, you really want to utilize having all those ships in the opening. I think when he watches this game back, and Nick said he's I don't know his experience level, but he said he watched the stream for the first time this last week and all. The use of not missing the use of Howl Runner early, I think may have really put him on his heels early in this game. We'll see if he can claw back. Duchess is a really good ship in this matchup because Nick is the second player. Being able to not use ailerons or, and be able to see where everything is on the board before, after Taylor moves all his ships. Now, Taylor, looking at his decloak options, looks like, honestly, he has all of the options open. But it might be the opportunity here to disengage and wait a turn for rack. You kind of go out here and maybe 3 bank. It would be kind of tough for Duchess to chase with Howl Runner in the way, though you can get Howl Runner out the way first because they're all initiative 5. All right, well, let's find out right now. Here's the decloak. Going to the right. All right, going to the right as far back as possible. Focus evade. The focus is the action. Hard one. The classic candy cane from Whisper. All right, 3 straight. Taylor says, you know, I got a 50% chance of not taking damage here. Homie don't care. I like the move, honestly. He's got enough chunk there. Takes a shield. I think, honestly, it's worth, though, for the positioning. And his front guys are clear of the rock for next turn and be able to get rack relevant a turn earlier if he had done a bank. How runner, 1 hard to the right. I think this is probably mostly just to get her out of the way. Also avoids the rock there. The 2 hard might have been okay as well. Dropping the evade. And he sees Whisper right behind there. All right, Nick choosing not to use his ailerons here. Just 1 hard. Little face-off action. Duchess versus Whisper. All right, Scourge. Checking to see if he jumps over Duchess. Going to be close. But he's going to be sitting out of arc for a shot. No shots for him into Whisper. He'll be able to tag rack at range 3 to the rock, though. Whisper has a juicy range 1 shot on the Scourge. Probably doesn't take it, but definitely an option there. We'll see what the action is. My friend Justin Brown appreciating the matchup on stream for round 1. You're welcome, friend. All right, drops the focus there. We should be heading into the engagement phase now. All right, Whisper choosing to attack here. Range 1 into Duchess. Hit crit. Duchess has 2 dice. Uses juke. Has to choose whether to spend the focus and not take any damage. All right. Spends a focus. Will have 4 dice back. No modifiers, though. Averages 2 hits. Time to check some marks here. They're going to check probably Duchess Bullseye for marksmanship. Looks like it's in. How Runner is active. 4 dice coming in. How Runner to the blank. Got it. And a hit goes to a crit because of marksmanship. So Whisper's taking 1 no matter what. Spends a focus. 2 evades. Takes a crit. That's going to be half point. What is it? Direct hit. Whisper down the 1 hole there. That's a big swing for Nick. Earns 40 points there. Scourge able to tag rack from range 3. 2 dice. Hit crit. 2 agility because range 3 threw a rock. And takes 2. Oh, he actually has Darth Vader available, so he's going to be able to alter one of those and takes only a single shield there. They complete that. And actually, we hear Taylor say, oops, lone wolf. So they had already moved on. Taylor said, hey, we moved on. Let's keep playing. 38 minutes left in the clock. Taylor is still in the driver's seat with 82 points. He has to be careful, though. Losing Whisper brings the score 82 to 80 if Nick doesn't lose any more ships. You know, one thing I do find interesting, honestly, most people who play on the camera, you know, I give them a second to settle down. If you ever played here, honestly, once you get going, it's not that much different than playing a normal game. The reality is that us as humans, we miss triggers anyway. Think about all the games you've actually missed triggers. Be honest. It's more than you think and more than anybody likes to admit. Don't blame the camera. Fast walk, 0. The pressure, stream pressure, there's no pressure. I mean, I guess I've played on camera like hundreds of times. I don't care anymore. Desensitized. Smikey's in the chat says you can't miss triggers if you play a triggerless list. True. Cynical gaming. Too many to admit. Yeah, you know what? I actually really agree with Mannequin right now. Honestly, it's more about it being round 1. You're getting into the game. It's like an athlete, right? In X-Wing, you don't have an opportunity to warm up. Round 1 really is your warm-up. I know a couple of friends who always make sure they get in a quick scrimmage before a tournament just to kind of get their mind in the X-Wing mode, thinking about the list. Very good point. Shout out to Modest Orange Gaming in the chat. How's it going? Can we get some gunboats for Modest Orange Gaming? They were one of our stream sponsors for a few of them. I think that was in Arizona and in Denver, if I remember correctly. Shout out to them. Check out their Etsy shop. Really cool. 3D printed conversion kit holder. It literally holds an entire conversion kit, as well as a like a tournament set that they have in there. Is really, really cool. All right, here we go. Decloak using Collision Detector. Collision Detector, a very, very good card. Allows you to completely ignore obstacles for a turn. You can decloak, you can run through them, you can do all kinds of stuff. Whisper getting out of town. So, you know what, no thank you. I do not want to play at the moment. I do not want to give up these other 40 points. They are mine, thank you. Afterburners. Afterburners for a little bit extra room there. And Hamp saying that he is bringing his Modest Orange Caddy to Riverside next weekend. Hyped. That's right. All right, Hard 2 brings Rack around this rock. The arc is currently pointed front back. He has a target lock right now out on Howlrunner. We'll see if he chooses to change. Nope, goes ahead and slaps down that front reinforce. Hard 1 from Howlrunner. I think that's going to hit the rock. And it does. He's going to have to roll one dice here. No actions and cannot shoot. No damage. Looks like Scourge here. Gonna be getting blocked by Wreck. All right, so that's going to be a bump. I'm not sure if it was a 4 straight or a 4K. We'll see if they throw down a stress token. But also, you know, makes it so that Rack can't shoot Scourge. Duchess choosing to ailerons to the right, 1 bank. Now it is important to note that the Darth Vader crew is range 0 to 2, could still do damage to Scourge, though I think the brunt of the attack. All right, so it looks like Duchess running. Oh, we'll see what he chooses to do here. Take a look above to see if Rack has Howl Runner in the front arc. He does not, so not taking shots there. Throws down the evade. Darth Vader crew is going to go ahead and check range. Going into Duchess. Using Rack's ability there for 2 hits and a crit. Duchess gets enough. Spends the evade. No damage. That's going to be all the attacks this turn. Honestly, good turn for Nick, only managing to take the single damage from the Darth Vader crew. Probably going to be getting a K turn from Scourge here. We'll see how fast Taylor goes. Howl Runner also gets to move first. We'll be hitting the rock again, but should be able to get in a spot where she can get a shot. Duchess on the disengage. I'm kind of surprised on that. She hasn't taken any damage. But maybe the plan is to try to go whisper hunting. Mandalorian Baka finally got Twitch to work on the Xbox. Try to win some swag. That's right. Welcome. Hello there. I don't know if this is a thing now, but this is the second stream in a row where somebody dropped off an apple at my station. Thank you for the healthy life choices. Positive life changes here. Gold Squadron podcast. All right, decloak forward, sweeping 3 hard, staying to the outside of the board. Very much safe. But I think he's going to drop down. That is an aggressive move here. Dropping the afterburners, keeping that arc tilted towards Howl Runner. Will most likely get a range 3 shot, if any. Yes, an apple away does keep the stream blues away. How many participants? Do we know how many people there are? 68 tables times 2, that would be 136? 100, yeah, 100 plus a buy. So 139. Icy Haze. I won a giveaway last week and didn't know if I filled out the form correctly or not. Would I have heard from you? If you don't fill it out right, you won't hear from me. 'Cause I don't got time to sort through them. Oh, we're at 1K. 1K. So good. And Icy Haze, if you're worried about it, you can go ahead and fill that out again. So Rack's arc is currently pointed front and back. I know it's hard to see. It's actually on that metal rod. All right, there's the K turn. Dropping the stress. That arc's going to be on. The reinforce is on the back right now. Currently, Duchess is flanking Rack, so no reinforce. If you don't know how reinforce works, you can go ahead and check out our quick tip video on our YouTube channel on reinforce. Only a few minutes long. Explains all the things. All right, takes a crit going off the rock. Let's see what it is. Hull breach, everything is face up. Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, hull breach is the crit that makes it so that basically all hit damage is actually crit damage. Bad news. Bad news bears. And Darth Vader makes it a damage sensor array using his ability. Oops, my program just broke. All right. Hit crit crit from Whisper downtown into Howl Runner. Juke, and that's going to be it for Howl. Working on getting the hull breach animation removed. It's not being... So my switcher tried to use it, and it came on, but would not turn off. There he goes. Range 3 to Scourge. This is coming from Rack. Hit. Focus, blank. Checking for Lone Wolf has to be outside of range 2. So no Lone Wolf, but able to change the focus to a crit using Rack's ability because he's on the reinforced side. That's 3 focuses. That's hit crit. Scourge is going down. Blinded Pilot. That's going to be irrelevant in this case. Actually, no, he has... Oh, no, he can still use his crack shot. So Duchess first. No reinforce on this one. Range 2. One crit. Takes a shield on Rack. Scourge ability is going to apply. He's in the bullseye. 2 hits. All right, 2 go in. So Scourge is going to go ahead and get removed from the board, and Howl Runner, it is Duchess versus the World here. Now, the fact that Duchess does move last, you know, anybody who's watched Gold Squadron podcast, you know that I really try to give win conditions for both players. It's not impossible. With 24 minutes, what Nick would have to do, he has to get rid of Whisper this turn. And then using Duchess's ability, try to just continue to arc dodge rack. It's not going to be easy because if I'm Taylor, what I would do is stay far away, stay away, and start just taking range 3 shots. One thing that Duchess doesn't have in her toolbox, you can't really purposely ram into to rack on turns where you would take shots by adjusting with ailerons because of the Darth Vader crew, which was going to make you take damage anyway. So shields are down, which means I believe that Minister Tua is going to be active, if I'm remembering correctly. Go ahead and just look up that card. It's not a very common one. At the start of engagement, if you are damaged, yep. So Minister Tua reads, this is on rack right now. At the start of the engagement phase, if you are damaged, you may perform a red reinforce action. So has the option to do that, and essentially that does two things, right? You get rack's ability, and you get the reinforce, defense. In that last engagement, you did see Taylor forget the reinforce. Added evade, though it actually wouldn't have made a difference because Scourge had crack shot. So would have reinforced, they would have crack shotted, and it would have been fine. Same thing. Taylor decloaking with Whisper to the top of the board. One bank ready to intercept Duchess. One forward has the arc to the back right now, so ready to get some arc on Duchess. All right, 3 straight after the ailerons. Going to put him behind the rock. He's going to be taking a range 1 shot from rack, but will have an opportunity to shoot at Whisper. Hoping for a little dice variance his way. We'll see how this goes. There's the barrel roll. Getting out from behind the rock. Also getting out of range 2. Start of combat. Darth Vader triggers. Has no token, so takes a shield. Excuse me, takes a hull. And because he is damaged, Minister Tua is going to go ahead and trigger. Gets to reinforce. Must take the stress because it is a red reinforce from Minister Tua. Range 2 into Duchess. Rack will be able to use his ability to change the focus to a crit. Checks for Lone Wolf first. No dice there. Rack's ability. Rolls 1 evade. Is going to be taking a crit. Panicked Pilot takes 2 stress. Doesn't hurt Duchess too much, as she can use her ability with or without stress, but without having those tokens, Darth Vader's going to be doing his thing. Range 2 coming from Whisper. 3 hits coming in. No modifiers. Let's see if Duchess can live past this. And Juke is gonna finish it right there. There is simultaneous fire, though, so an opportunity here to score some points on Whisper. He's just got to get one through, though Taylor has 2 evades. No matter what, so Duchess has to roll 3 hits here in order to actually kill Whisper. Waiting for the roll, and not 3 hits. All right, and there's the handshake. Well, I want to say thank you so much to Taylor and Nick for playing. Very cool game. It was really cool to see a Decimator on the board. Kind of the tail of the tape here is, Nick forgetting the Howl Runner trigger early could have put him at a major advantage by killing Whisper in the opening volley when he had almost all his ships pointed at Whisper. But that's just how it goes sometimes. One missed trigger can hurt the entire game. Again, thank you so much to both the players for playing. How's it going, everybody? So today, our giveaway section is brought to you by our patrons. They're amazing. They're the largest group of supporters that we have, and the ones that really have made Gold Squadron possible. I'm sorry that I'm swiveling. These are fancy chairs that I get to sit in today, so I'm going to try not to wiggle when I'm on camera. Thank you. Yeah, snazzy shirt. See, the Swiss day is the funsy day, right? Tomorrow's the business day. I got to wear the official the official garb. So we're going to be doing some giveaways today. We got to 35 subs. That's pretty impressive, guys. Just round 1. Not bad, not bad. Can we reach 100 though? Can we? So actually, between these rounds, I need to work on the giveaway graphic, but we have unlocked our first 2 stretch goals. So we're going to be going ahead and giving away a couple of wedge cards that we have. We also have the, somebody says, wiggle all you want. You're right. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Yeah, we're not in a greenhouse today. So how do our giveaways work? For anybody who doesn't know, it's very simple. All you got to do is be talking in the chat. Anybody is eligible to win. Anybody at all. If you do win the giveaway, what do? Is you go ahead and type !win in the chat. A link to a Google form will pop up. You click that, you fill it out completely, and you will receive your prize. It takes me, I would honestly say, about 4 to 6 weeks to get everything out with all of the streams we're doing, plus still got the day job and working on all the content during the week. I got to find a day to actually ship all things at once, and basically by having Atlanta and this back to back, I got a lot of stuff to ship. I'm literally going to be hiring some people to come over to my house, and we're going to be doing the work so we can get all this stuff out. So let me go ahead and grab my my box of wonders. Okay. Ooh, box of wonders. Let me open up the giveaway machine because I haven't done that yet. Maybe I did. Let's go. Screen 3. There we go. All right, all right, all right. Alrighty, so that's charging up now. Go ahead, get your chats in now. The stream win machine is active. So we got a bunch of different alt art cards here today. We got some provided from that actually are from last week that people gave me. I got some cool little tokens and things, and lots of stuff. We have a pack of alternate art cards given to me by ISOFan himself. Lots of cool stuff in here. And I think my goal here today is we're going to do something a little special. We're going to be giving these away individually, but I think with the second set, we're going to give away the whole set. I think that's the plan. Okay? So, lots of cool stuff in here. We'll do the quick fade, okay? Oh, here we go. Boom, 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 boom. All kinds of cool stuff on there. And on the back, you actually have some of the cards that have crew cards. They're in there as well. So, should be a lot of fun. Yes, ISOFan. You know what's the funny thing, guys? So he's right. That's look at that. That's his hand. Mr. Man of Mystery. You like teasing him, right? It's just like who is it? Who is it? Don't turn the camera. No, I won't do it. I won't do it. Okay? So let's go ahead and let's do some of these giveaways. Again, all you got to do is type in the chat. Where did my mouse go? There it is. I'm going to sneeze. Don't do it. It's not the time. All right, here we go. So for our first giveaway here, we're going to go ahead and give away a Capital Corsair 104th Battalion pilot. Super, super cool. There you go. So ARC 170, 104th. Who's going to get the 104th? Somebody in the chat said, I, exclamation point, never win. Hey, listen, there's a lot of people here. It could be you. It could be you. Sometimes I think, as a fan, that if you doubt the giveaway machine, it just won't pick you. You know, it's just fate. It's like, you don't have any faith. I just won't even choose you. All right, who's gonna get the 104th pilot? Congratulations to the Ramyan Druid. Congratulations. Next one we're gonna give away is we're gonna go ahead and do this double-sided Han Solo. Double-sided Han Solo. Rebel Han Solo. Looking fly there. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Congrats to Paratus. Let's do a couple more here. We're going to do Kanan Jarrus. Looking fly there. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Waywatcher X89. And last but certainly not the least, you know what? She just won this game. Let's do it. Whisper. Whisper, whisper, whisper. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Congratulations to the Hairy Demon. All right. As for some of the other swaggity swag we got today, 2 of our stretch goals have been hit. So the first thing we're going to be giving away is the wedge cards. Now, those are at my house. But if you haven't seen them, I have the old ones in there. But anyway, so this is the Star Wars Celebration wedge cards. How'd it go, Will?
I won.
W! Whoop, whoop. Will's going for the prize. So let's go ahead, and we have 2 of those to hit, to give away. Let's go ahead and do that. So first, Star Wars Celebration wedge is going to go to PC Chapel, or PC Happle, or P Chapel. Your choice. Again, exclamation point win to take it. Will, you want to? You're eating. Never mind. You do your thing, man. Yeah, Celebration Burger. And our second Star Wars Celebration wedge goes to 3, 2, 1. Very bad cheese. Congratulations. Whoop, whoop. Alrighty, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead. I got some Photoshop things to do to get ready for the stretch goals. I'm a little bit behind. It happens. I only had a week turnaround, guys. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. How many people are flying 4 Phantoms? A lot. Who's doing Rebel Beef? A lot. Will today is flying Rebel Beef. B Beef. So yeah. So we probably won't see Will on stream until the final. He didn't hear what I said. Or he's that focused on the on his burger. All right, guys. So I do want to say a huge shout out to our patrons. They are the #1 supporters we have. If you want to become a part of that team and get awesome swag, right here, these are our 4 upcoming pieces of swag that are coming. We got a bunch of different levels. You can go ahead and check that out. But yeah, this is the last month to become a patron to be able to be eligible for these prizes, okay? So that is our Anakin, Ahsoka, and Trade Federation drone, and Obi-Wan Kenobi. And if you see I think probably my favorite here is this pair of Ahsoka and the Trade Federation drones, because this is what I'm calling a face-off set. And we're going to be doing a few of these where kind of a series where we have 2 pilots that are the same, but they're dueling off in different settings and stuff. This was our first try at it.